ask Ms. Aleksandra Gajewska, Deputy Marshal from Śląskie Voivodeship.
Ladies and gentlemen, with its area over 12,000 kilometers square, it is one of the smallest region in Poland, but one of the most populated, with the density of over 300 people on 1 kilometer square. Can I take the next slide? Thank you. Okay. Silesia is located in the core heart of Europe. As you can see on the next slide, if you please, okay, as you can see on the satellite picture, our region shines brighter than any other place in Poland, and it is connected directly with all the major European capitals, which makes us a great tourism and a business spot. When it comes to the connection with the world, Silesia is crossed by main Polish motorways, the A1 from north to south, the A4 from west to east. It has also a great railway connection, including Central Railway main line and AGC network, as well as the air communication through Katowice International Airport. Over 60% of the Silesian population is within the economically productive age, and over 50% of the population is within the age between 25 to 60. The unemployment rate is accounted, however, to 10%. There is 45 higher education schools, including 1 university, 4 higher schools of technology, 14 higher schools of economy, 2 higher schools of pedagogy, 1 medical academy, and 16 higher vocational schools. That makes 180,000 students learning in our region, which is 10% of all the Polish students. We are the most industrialized region in Poland. We generate 13% of Polish GDP, which places us on the 2nd position in the country. Our GDP consists mainly on the services sector, which is 60% of the whole activity. Then on the industrial activity, which is over 30%, and with construction and agriculture activity following with respectively 7% and 1%. We are famous at first, our automotive, metallurgical and mining industries, then for energy, electromechanical and IT solutions, and for last but not least, for the food industry. At the moment, there are over 450,000 companies registered in Silesian Voivodeship, which we consider a great performance, but we do not rest on our laurels and concentrate on finding new business opportunities. When it comes to the foreign trade of our region, we are in charge of huge part of the Polish export, over 18%. The main products exported are industrial machineries, electric and electronic equipment, vehicles and its accessories, iron and steel products, coal and coke. The main export destination countries are Germany, of course, Italy, France, and USA. The region's investment attractiveness is the highest in Poland, attracting many companies from all over the world, having its wide range of greenfield and brownfield locations. Silesia is becoming a home for many production businesses, from automotive, industrial, and transportation, maintenance, electronics equipment, and housekeeping equipment sector, but also for logistic consulting, IT, BPO, and SSC services center. At the moment, we have attracted such big brands and Capgemini, Fiat, Heineken, General Motors, IBM, Roca, and many, many others that we were enchanted by our region. Silesian region is also the basis of the Katowice Special Economic Zone, which provides preferential conditions to pursue activities of their grants. The special economic zone is a perfect combination that satisfies the needs of investors, which the needs of particular region within the borders of which it has been established. And investors within the area of the CIS is guaranteed tax exemptions, and another advantage in the fact that one may start his activities on specially prepared improved land. If you are interested in whole special economic zone concept and want to know something more about Katowice Special Economic Zone, please visit their website. The address is on the slide. Okay, Silesia is mostly a business-oriented region. That is why we, as the Marshal's Office, cooperate closely with all the regional and local chambers of commerce and industry and all the other business support organizations as innovation centers, technological parks, etc. As you can see on the slide, here the main organizations we cooperate with are Regional Chamber of Commerce and Industry in Katowice, Chamber of Crafts and Small and Medium Entrepreneurship in Katowice, Upper Silesian Agency for Regional Development, Upper Silesian Agency for Promotion Entrepreneurship, Upper Silesian Fund, and Expo Silesia Trade Fair Center. In our structure, we also created a unit, Silesian Investor and Exporter Assistance Center. That is there to help all the potential investors to find themselves in the region. But Silesia is not only about the business opportunities. Our regional health centers are well known in the medical world. The Silesian Center for Hearts, for Oncology, and for Burns Suite, the highest world standard of services, and carry our revolutionary operations. Also our health resorts, especially those in Ustroń and Goczałkowice, are of the highest standards, ready to host patients from all over the world. Considering leisure, we are one of the most attractive tourist destinations in Poland. There is a place for active tourism in the Polish Jura chain and the Beskid Mountains, as well as for relax by the lakes and for religious tourism to Częstochowa, to visit the icon of Black Madonna with over 5 million pilgrims each year. A unique touristic feature of our region is the Industrial Monuments Road that consists of 36 facilities connected with the industrial heritage of Silesia. As you can see on the slide, the road reminds the visitors about the old traditions of the region, such as mining, metallurgy, and energetics, but also the railway, communication system, water production, and food industry. Having the time to relax, we cannot forget about the culture events taking place in our region. Our two biggest venues, Silesian Stadium and Spodek, on the slide is Spodek. A concert hall and sports venue hosted such stars as U2, Genesis, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Metallica, and Pearl Jam. We, as the voivodeship, are also a host of Rava Blues Festival, which is the one of the biggest blues festivals in Europe, and of festival, an alternative music festival, which takes place in Katowice. On the okay. This beautiful building you can see on the last slide is the headquarters of the Marshal's office, the Silesian Voivodeship in Katowice, which during the interwar period was the one of the largest office buildings in Poland. Dear ladies and gentlemen, so that was some pictures, some information, but I would like to invite you to our region to see it, to feel it, to like it, maybe to love it, to cooperate, and I hope to invite you to Silesian region, to Poland. Thank you very much for your attention.
Innovators are co-financed by this program, but there are many more. And the last but not least is the program which aims to develop the innovativeness of the economy. And for that purpose, in this period 2007-2013, we have been using more than 8 billion euros. As far as the next financial perspective is concerned, we don't know yet how we're gonna to divide the EU funds we will receive under the new financial perspective. But what we know now is that the amount of the money, available money, will be higher than it is now. We will receive from the EU funds more than 70 billion euros, so it's like 4 billion more than in the past. Not much, but it was a great success of the government, of the current government, to keep the same level of structural funds, because as you probably know, many countries, many citizens of many countries of the EU are complaining about this. You know, why should we pay for, I don't know, Polish hospitals or Polish roads, you know, Polish companies? There are many complaints from foreign companies about the support the Polish companies receive, because as you probably know, the aim of this support is to make the level of life in Poland similar to that which exists in Europe. That's why Polish companies can get up to 85% from the EU funds for the investments, while the companies working in the Great Britain or France can get up to 10-15% and maximum, because the level of the level of development of those regions is very much higher. So we know we will get 72 billion euros, and we for sure know that Polish Agency for Enterprise Development will be active the same fields as it is now. So I expect that the budget to be similar or slightly higher. Depends on how the budget for the development will be divided between the regions and the national government. So this is not yet decided. Generally, we need to agree. First, Poland needs to sign a contract with the EU for this money. Then the government of Poland will sign separate agreement with each of the regions. And then, as a matter of negotiations, you know, they will decide about the rest of the budget. And that budget will be used by the Polish Agency for Enterprise Development. Okay, and coming back to our activities and how your companies or how you can benefit from our services. First of all, most of our budget is used for direct support to companies. they can get grants. We provide grants for innovative investments for Polish companies, and for us the Polish company is a Polish registered company. So we don't look at the ownership of the company. It might be, you know, be owned by 100% by US citizen, I don't know, any other. But what counts for us is the place of registration and the place of course, of the activity, of the project site. And the projects we provide funds are investment projects run by the companies, the research and development programs, programs which aim is to introduce services and products into foreign markets, and I will come back to this because this is also a point of interest. It might be a point of interest for you. So any of you willing to set up a business in Poland, I think need to take into account that that's possible to get EU money, especially for innovative, and some of course sectors are benefiting more than the others. So if you wish to set up a factory of, I don't know, very traditional products like Polish food products, well, you are not very, you will not get the support. But if you wish to move a company or to set up a company active in a high-tech industry, it's highly probable you will get the funds for this type of activity, and then, well, it is kind of part of co-financing of the activity in Poland. So we, just to give you the idea about the figures, we up to now have signed more than I don't know if I have this figure here, but I think there are 40,000 contracts we have signed with Polish companies, approximately 40,000 contracts, which make us already, and as if you go to and if you talk to innovative companies, I'm sure, pretty much sure that they already get some type of our funding, co-funding. So this is the overview. The other business option is, of course, to provide, as I mentioned, to supply or subcontract beneficiaries of our programs, and if each of them needs to follow the public procurement rules and the equal treatment rules. So and they depends on the value of the investments. They should publish the call for offers for foreign companies. And so those are, let's say, the core activities of the agency. But the agency is also dealing with many other projects and programs, which includes the development, export, promotion, and the development of internationalization of Polish companies. In the framework of that activity, we do have a separate grant scheme for companies willing to start their business activities abroad in terms of selling, promoting the products and services abroad. This is so-called passport to export program. So when we're talking about those missions you organizing, or no, your Chamber of Commerces are organizing, it is highly probable that people who attend those meetings received, I don't know, may ask us, the agency, to get the refund for the participation in those events. Speaking about the Los Angeles, the Las Vegas fair, electronic fair, I know that many companies who get the funding from us participated in that show. So this is the way we support. A part of this, we are also we do also organize such events ourselves. Every year, the agency organizes approximately 50 B2B events, either in Poland or abroad. Some of them are relatively big. Our last event from March was the Polish presence at Cebit Fair in Germany, where more than 200 Polish companies attended. We had 3,000 square meters of exposition, and more than 800 meetings during the matchmaking event we organized during the event. But sometimes we do also organize, you know, smaller missions, like 30, 15 entrepreneurs going abroad. So my offer, whenever you organize or co-organize an event which might be of interest for Polish entrepreneurs, please send me the information, and then it's a little bit up to me to decide whether we're gonna to jump into the fair or not, because as you probably know, we have many programs like that. But Whenever you organize a group of companies willing to come to Poland and to find partners in Poland, we are also ready to help you in searching and selecting partners. The agency is widely known among business community. Our website is visited by more than 1 million, people per year, which makes, just putting the advert on the website makes it visible among the business community. A part of this, we are, in the network of many business support organizations, and because they are also applying for grants from the agency. Part of the budget is distributed towards the business support organizations. Therefore, we have many connections. So if you like to move, I don't know, organize a trade mission in Warsaw, then moving to Krakow, Poznań, whenever, we can organize B2B meetings in each of these cities, either by ourselves or asking our partners in those places. We do also make some personalized research. Whenever a company asks to provide them, with the up-to-date information about, I don't know, Polish companies producing some, strange objects, we do work this research. My team is doing this research on a daily basis. They have a lot of companies in their heads, but they also have, all these catalogs from exhibitions. They know the catalogs which are of companies which benefited from the funds. So we know those companies more than just putting the name in the website, because we know how those companies develop. So whenever we match the company, we are pretty much sure that the company is reliable from the Polish side. So those are the offers, and of course we, from time to time, we do also participate in such events like today's events, providing some lectures, information. What's make us also an interesting point for you is that we do have a lot of contacts in the eastern, in the East Europe and the Central Asia countries. As an agency, we do implement 8 programs, technical 8 programs in many of those countries, and we do have local partners which organize or match companies from Polish companies with the companies from local from those regions. So this is the offer. I'm afraid I need to go now, but I'll be back for the reception. I'm ready to share all the information you like, and my web, I give whenever I will leave some cards here, but then of course I can give you my email, and please contact the agency. Thank you very much.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. First, I would like to thank you very much for the invitation. I am very happy that I can participate at the event. I got an information that my presentation should take 3 minutes. We prepared a movie. The movie takes 3 minutes and 11 seconds. That's why I'm sorry for the 11 seconds. Please watch the movie. I would like to show you our region, and parallel I will add some information, some additional dates about the region, especially about the investors, about the potential of our region, and also about the direction of the development of our region. I would like to say about the smart specialization as a direction in which way we will plan to develop. Please. Our region, what about the general information? We have 1,700,000 inhabitants, over 1,400 companies with foreign capital. What is our advantage? Location. We are in the center of Europe. We are a heart of Europe. And what I can offer you as a West Pomerania region is then if you make one step left, you have a great possibility to create your product on the developed market, which means on the West European market. If you make a step in the right direction, you can create the market with your product. This is the different. We have also very easy. We can also very easy to go to Berlin. It is about 120 kilometer. To Copenhagen, we have over 200 kilometer, and also to Warsaw, 450 kilometers. This was about location. About the transport, what is different in our region? We give the possibility of the multi-modal transport. This is the biggest advantage, because no one region in Poland has such kind of offer. Next step, I would like to say about the regional specialization. What is the regional specialization? Every region in Poland has to define the sectors, the branches, which are the biggest, which are the hardest, which can make us make our potential much bigger, we defined the regional specialization. The first regional specialization of our region is bioeconomy, and it is wood furniture sector, agri-food sector, renewable energy, green chemistry, materials science, packaging. These branches, these areas, which will be additional financed by the grants, but the EU funds, which means we are thinking these branches make us much grower as we are. The next regional specialization is maritime and logistic, and we have here branches as a maritime economy, offshore, multimodal transport, logistic, and logistic centers. The third regional specialization is metal machine industry and knowledge intensive service, and the last is tourism and health. I have some information about the investment. Sorry for that. But I got 4 minutes. That's why I would like to tell you about the biggest investment in our region. It is gas terminal. It is an investment about over $1 billion in our region, and in the next year we the first gas ships comes to our region, and we can make a trade with the gas ships. Some words about the foreign investors. Which investors do we have in a region? For example, Bridgestone. You could see the investors which we have in the region. It is Bridgestone from Japan, Cargotec from Finland, Carlsberg, Crow Packaging, and much more other. Investors has found the possibility to cooperate with us and to make us grower. Thank you very much. For further question or information, please, I am here. You can ask me. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. I think it was a great coincidence that I'm here by Mr. Zdzisław Wojtasik. He said that I will come here and see how America truly is. And I see that America is United States are the country when Polish people are in much greatest number that I thought. Since 2 days I am here, I'm still hearing the Polish language, so I don't have had any occasion to speak English. But what I have to show you, what I have to tell you about my region. My name is Łukasz Bilski, and I'm president of the managing board for in Świętokrzyskie Regional Center for Innovation and Technology Transfer. We are a company, public company, with money from our region, our marshal, who is a main shareholder, 81% of sharehold, and the University of Technology of Świętokrzyskie, which has 19% of sharehold. What I have to show you is first short presentation of our city and our business, and second a little presentation of what we are, because we are a public company who support other companies, other entrepreneurs. We don't act as a company, strictly as a company on the market. We just developing and supporting our business and innovations in region. We are something like NGOs, but with all this company stuff. We are institution of cooperation because all the institutions of all kinds are meeting in our place with our project, and we are trying to develop everything in our region, because like Mama de Marshall says, the Podlaski is gateway from the west. We are the gateway to the east. So I think even this meeting is a great for cooperation between Podlaski and Świętokrzyskie. Gdzie? Okay. So maybe I will tell you a few things until this film will start. What we do? We are taking money from our structural fund and giving it to our entrepreneurs. Not only by just to be some consulting office. We are getting into all projects and trying to help to build very good cooperation between all the institutions. And it's this first presentation, which is about Center of Business. It's the heart of Poland. We don't have our own airport, but there is no long distance to 2-3 hours to 5 different airports. The numbers, it's the 200,000 people in Kielce, and almost a quarter are students. So it's a good place when the young people who graduated are taken as employees. It's my university. I worked there 4.5 years. It's my campus that I built on the campus project from EU funds. Yes, and these numbers are the numbers I said, the 50,000 of all students. It's a number of 10 or 11 even now universities, but two public big universities. It's absolvents of ITC and economy. the standard of living is still higher and higher year by year, and we'll see how people who were in Kielce 20 years ago are taking now all our city. Our business is not so greatly developed as in other Polish regions, but we have a few most rich, the richest people from Polish businessmen, and one of is Sławów, Michał Sławów, who is the third richest Polishman. We have one soccer team, which is in first league, but the most famous is Vive Targi Kielce handball, which is probably now in the final of Champions League. And this is this center of business in Kielce, where is my headquarters from 2 months, and it's a private building with A class, A business class. And it's one of the most beautiful buildings in our city. Is a invest options for investors from US even, because the owner of this building have a big area of near this building and want to build 2 more of the building. And it's between University of Jan Kochanowski and University of Technology. So it's a great place to do business. And it's not far away to, for example, Park of Technology, because we have the city of Kielce has own park. We have a regional center for science and development. As a center for innovation, we built some laboratories for renewable energy sources. We have an energy cluster for renewable energy sources, and we do everything we can to build some, idea of developing, because it's in Poland. We think it's not a problem that we don't have idea. It's not even a problem we don't have money. We still think that we are not able to be on the level of other countries. And I think year by year, this mental idea thing is still increasing and increasing. And young people, especially, I'm 30, so it's evidence of that. Young people are still trying to do something to a region, not only to leave this region and said, okay, it's an agricultural region and only this kind of job is in this region. No, we have 2 sub-regions. The north is post-industrial, and this southern is maybe little agricultural now, but we built some idea of being ecological, region of ecology, region of renewable energy sources. And I want now to show you our most the biggest pride. It's a logo of region and University of Technology and mine, but it's a little sneak peek for what you can see in our region, because it's Kielce Trade Fair. My colleague is a representative of Kielce Trade Fair Chamber of Commerce, which is around Trade Fair, but it's the second biggest exhibition center in Poland after Poznań. But we're still running and catching up them, and we want to be the first someday. Like you see, it's the third in Europe, so Central Eastern Europe, and 70 exhibition and 600 conferences per year. And infrastructure is one of the biggest projects in Eastern Europe development program, and you have to see it on own eyes, because it's a great impression to see not only on the picture. I was very shocked when I go there one time, and the whole constructive side was closed and first was open, and all of the things are taking place there. Okay. And now it's our second presentation of our new regional product we want to show you, because it's something very interesting. Okay, so it's about a very special silicon, which is a very our product from 5,000 years. It is in our region, and it's not good taken on the market, because like for example other gems should be have good promotion. And I think you should know that this conference and trade fair specialization, second is energy effectiveness, third one is design, fourth is medical tourism, and five is knowledge transfer. But we know that there are more than these five, and we are just testing, trying to know how it's possible to develop mostly these five. And for example, for medical tourism, we have big tourism towns that are very developing, very. And I think even we are talking with some people here even, that there are some new places that there is a possibility to invest in building some developing of this specialization. And this is a convention bureau near to the Chamber of Commerce that Anna represent, and we want to invite you to fair trade and to one exhibition that was a very work name, Innotech Expo. It will be on October, and we want to meet all the institutions from all kinds of innovation. We want to put up startup, put up investors, put up technology parks, universities, and public institutions, abroad foreign partners. We want to do something. We want to mess up a little in innovation of Poland, because we're still trying to think about innovation, but we think very traditionally. We say innovation, but we don't think about change. We think about invention, but we don't think about how to develop this invention to change something on the market. And I think this exhibition, all chambers of commerce will be invite directly, but I think it will be a good idea to talk about what we have to do in Poland, what not only in Świętokrzyskie, because it's even on behalf of Marshal of our region, I think there are still a good plan for cooperation between regions, and I think Madam Marshal will be one of the person that will take a partnership for this fair trade. And I want to thank you very much for listening and for my rusty English. And I very want to cooperate with you, not only by me, but with my boss, who is very sorry that he didn't get it here. So thank you very much once again, and sorry for these problems. Thank you.
Panie prezesie, szanowni państwo, jeden efekt już mamy. Nawiązaliśmy partnerstwo świętokrzyskim. Proszę państwa, w Polsce jest prawie 22. Pozwolicie zatem, że pozdrowię bardzo gorąco moich synów, którzy dzielnie czekali przez cały dzień, żeby zobaczyć, jak mama się tutaj popisuje w Ameryce. Mamy też specjalny film. Zapraszam na wycieczkę do regionu lubuskiego w magiczne miejsca i całkiem realne inwestycje. To są prawdziwe winnice. Mamy 500 jezior, pałace i zamki, to jest Żagań, dostępność komunikacyjną i transportową i to wszystkie drogi, również te wodne. Szlak pocysterski, jeziora żeglowne, bulwar nadwarciański w Gorzowie Wielkopolskim, jest pan z Gorzowa, infrastruktura społeczna, centra rekreacyjno-sportowe, Filharmonia w Gorzowie, nowa. I ten ostatni kadr to Woodstock, najpiękniejszy festiwal świata, proszę państwa, w Kostrzynie nad Odrą, w Lubuskiem, w najpiękniejszym regionie świata. Kilka słów już teraz uzupełnienia, bo po takim filmie cóż jeszcze można dodać. Z pewnością się zastanawiacie państwo, jak się czuje marszałek takiego regionu. Zapewniam, że fantastycznie. Region lubuski, 1 milion mieszkańców, znakomity wskaźnik do wszelkich wyliczeń statystycznych. Może dlatego ministerstwu udało się obliczyć, że to w regionie lubuskim jest najwyższa dynamika wzrostu PKB, inwestycji i zatrudnienia. Mamy 2 stolice, Zielona Góra i Gorzów Wielkopolski i znakomitą dostępność komunikacyjną. Leżymy w samym środku Europy, region lubuski, łączą szlaki komunikacyjne północ, południe, wschód, zachód. Tylko 2 godziny do Berlina, znacznie dalej do Warszawy. Mamy złoża węgla brunatnego, ropy naftowej, gazu ziemnego. Z wydobyciem jest mały problem, ponieważ połowa powierzchni regionu to są lasy, coś jak w Kanadzie. 500 jezior, 72 obszary ochrony ekologicznej. Ponad 107 mikro, małych i średnich firm w regionie. I proszę państwa, to co mówiłam na początku dzisiejszego dnia, jesteśmy regionem najbardziej otwartym, to w naszym regionie działa 3000 firm z udziałem kapitału zagranicznego z 42 państw. Czekamy na was, czekamy na firmy z Ameryki. Branże dominujące, samochodowa, również papiernicza, artykuły spożywcze, metalurgiczna, branża informatyczna. Mamy też produkty niezwykle innowacyjne. Są to implanty kręgosłupowe, czyli biotechnologia, ale również dekodery, mierniki, czyli z branży informatycznej i nowoczesnych technologii informacyjnych. 8 wyższych uczelni. Kierunki wiodące w regionie to budownictwo, informatyka, energetyka, nowoczesne technologie również dla zdrowia. O tym, jak zamierzamy inwestować w parkach naszych, w parkach naukowo-technologicznych, za chwilę powie kolega, który tutaj właśnie w Seattle jest na stypendium. Proszę państwa, nie wystarczy mieć cel. Trzeba jeszcze wiedzieć, jak ten cel osiągnąć. W regionie lubuskim mamy strategię 2020. Wiemy, w jaki sposób ten cel osiągnąć. Przede wszystkim chcemy, żeby lubuskie to była zielona kraina nowoczesnych technologii. Zielona kraina, bo bardzo dbamy o zdrowy styl życia. połowa powierzchni to są obszary chronione. Ale chcemy, żeby region lubuski był jeszcze bardziej konkurencyjny i innowacyjny. Budujemy dostępność komunikacyjną i teleinformatyczną. Niedawno, jakiś miesiąc temu, dostaliśmy właśnie złotą iglicę od świata telekomunikacji za to, że konsekwentnie i z pełną determinacją budujemy społeczeństwo informacyjne. Dbamy o to, żeby region lubuski był spójny terytorialnie i społecznie. Te 3 cele strategiczne możemy zrealizować, jeżeli region będzie profesjonalnie, nowocześnie zarządzany. Efektywna, sprawna, nowoczesna administracja. To też jest nasz priorytet. Proszę Państwa, zapraszam do regionu lubuskiego. Region lubuski jest młody, 14 lat dopiero, mały, ale z niezwykłym potencjałem, z niezwykłą energią. Dzisiaj dzwonił do mnie profesor, który bardzo prosił mnie, żebym przywiozła tutaj taką grubą jego książkę. Tytuł książki „Seksualność Polaków”. I prosił: Ela, przekonasz najbardziej Amerykanów, jeżeli powiesz, bo ja robiłem badania, że to w regionie lubuskim mieszkańcy są najbardziej zadowoleni ze swojego życia seksualnego. Dziękuję.
My name is Robert Barski, and would like to say a few words about our new projects, our 2 projects. This is the Science and Technology Park of the University of Zielona and Lubuski Industrial and Technology Park. The Science and Technology Park of University of Zielona is funded to support the technology transfer between scientific units and enterprises, and to implementation of academic innovations into industry. It is focused on the new technologies, creation and their further development. The park is composed of following centers: the logistics center of the park and the cooperation platform for science and economy, center of sustainable building and energy, Center of Information Technology, Center of Technology for Human Health, and on the end, Enterprise Incubator. And second initiative, this is Lubuski Industrial and Technology Park, which is funded in partnership. It is very important because the partnership contract for the Lubuski Industrial and Technology Park has been signed on May 14, 2010. The partners of this contract are Lubuskie Province, the University of Zielona Góra, the city and community of Zielona Góra, and the Kostrzyń-Słubice Special Economic Zone Joint Stock Company. This is the important and amazing place to investment. Any numbers? The square of the Science and Technology Park, more than 100 acres. The square of Industry and Technology Park, more than 315 acres. This is the subzone of the Kostrzyń-Słubice Special Economic Zone, which is important, tax allowance. The location of the both technology and science parks. The Science and Technology Park and Lubuski Industrial and Technology Park are located in Nowy Kisielin. This is the area of the community of Zielona Góra. This is not so far from Berlin, only 115 miles from the city, more than one and a half hour. 95 miles from Wrocław, 75 miles from Poznań, and I think 115 miles from Szczecin. To Babymos Airport is only 25 miles. 4 miles from S3 road, 25 miles for A2 highway, and 30 miles from A4 highway. This is very good dimension, very good connection between these roads. And the last 4 miles from Campus A of the University of Zielona Góra. And the last things, this is the address and contact persons of this Science and Technology Park. First person, this is Professor Andrzej Pieczyński, Kinga Włoch, and me. And on the end, our motto, we want to be like in Poland, like Silicon Valley here in US. Thank you very much for your attention.
I would like to thank you for your attention, for your wonderful presentation. I don't know where to go in Poland now, but I will be going in 2 weeks to where I came from, which is Białystok. It's not represented here, but I'll be glad to explore why not, to be honest with you. Thank you so much for the privilege of looking at those beautiful presentations. And I'm very proud to be Pole, and I'm very proud that the country that I came from looks so modern, so great, and there is so much going on. Thank you so much.
Wytworne sale bankietowe do 600 osób, najbardziej udane wesela i najlepsze rekomendacje od zadowolonych klientów.
Serdecznie zapraszam do Laundry Manor.
Dzwoń 847 967 0966.
Nefra to starannie dobranych 11 ziół, które przechodzą skomplikowane procesy laboratoryjne. Nefra przesyła impuls i Twoje komórki wkraczają do akcji. Wzmacnia się system immunologiczny. Weź Nefrę, a Twój organizm będzie zdolny zwalczać stany zapalne i rakowe. Walka z rakiem nie musi być przegrana. Sprzedaż wysyłkowa na cały świat.
Jaw pain, headaches, neck pain. Want to relieve that pain and discomfort for good? Come to Smiles of Elgin. Our doctors practice painless dentistry, so everything from a routine cleaning to oral surgery is performed pain-free. Make an appointment today and get a cleaning for just $39 or $350 off of braces at Smiles of Elgin. Call 847-695-3368 or visit smilesofelgin.com.